Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about the TRX, or any suspension trainer. Now I'm sure most of you have seen the TRX before. If you've been inside our gym, we have a couple TRXs as well. Even if you've attended gyms that do large group classes, you'll see that sometimes they offer full-on TRX classes. Now, if you look a little bit further into TRXs, you'll notice that there's tons and tons of marketing, and they market it as the full body workout that all you need is your TRX strap and something to wrap it around, whether it be a pole or a tree or something like that. But is it really all you need to get in shape? We're gonna go over the pros and the cons to TRXs and how we use them at Clearcut Fitness. First things first, what are TRXs good for? Now, the claim that you can get a full body workout with a TRX is completely true. You can work out every muscle group and every prime movement pattern with just a TRX. You can squat, hinge, lunge, push, pull, rotation, anti-rotation for the core, all that stuff. It also allows you to perform some really unique exercises that you won't be able to do with many other pieces of equipment. These unique exercises target your stability and your core a little bit more than if you weren't using a TRX. Some of these examples are TRX fallouts, TRX lunges, TRX Bulgarian split squats, and TRX hamstring curls. You can of course do variations of these exercises without a TRX. They're just different, and what a TRX offers with these variations is a little bit more of the stability factor. The next pro to suspension trainers, such as the TRX, is its versatility. Like I said at the beginning, all you need is just your TRX strap and something to wrap it around safely so that you can perform your exercises off of. They even come with a bag most of the time, and you can shove it in a bag, travel with it, and it's great for that. So all those things are good, right? You get a full body workout, it's versatile, it challenges your core and your stabilizer muscles a little bit more than average. So what's the bad part? Well, like I just said, that offers you a good workout. It doesn't offer you a great workout. So what are TRXs missing? TRXs are missing three of the most fundamental aspects to a great training program that allows you to optimally maximize your results. One, it doesn't allow you to train for maximum strength. Two, it doesn't allow you to train for maximum power. And three, it doesn't allow you to train for maximal hypertrophy, which is muscle building. You see, in order to get great results with strength, power, and muscle, you need a few different things. One of the most important things is that you need progressive overload with your resistance. So, for example, let's say you start with 20-pound dumbbells, and after a few weeks, those become super easy, and you go from doing 10 reps to 20 reps. Well, now you need something else. You need more resistance that you can do less reps for, and challenging that aspect of strength and stimulating muscle growth as well. Now, the TRX does offer some variability in terms of making things more resistant or less resistance, and that has to do with how close or how far you stand from the TRX joint itself, wherever it's hanging off of. So typically, closer to the TRX is harder, and further away from the TRX is easier. But even so, keeping that in mind, it's usually not big enough to produce the strength and the muscular results that you actually want. Think about it this way. Using just body weight alone can give you good results. But in order to surpass those gains and keep getting stronger and even more in shape, you need more resistance. So once you max out on a TRX, that's it. You maxed out. You can add other things. You can add a weight vest, but we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about just using a TRX itself. On top of that, the TRX isn't really built for power exercises. TRXs are better off with more slower tempo, controlled exercises so you can get more muscular tension. And like I said before, it's really balance and coordination and stability oriented. So you want to be able to work those muscles by slowing down the tempo and really feeling the right muscles contract. If you go too fast, your stability is all over the place, you're not reaping the benefits of a TRX, and at the same time, you're probably not getting enough time under tension in a full set anyways. TRXs are also not great for power. You don't want to be whipping yourself around, jumping around with a TRX. You want a more controlled, slower tempo to really take advantage of working those stabilizer muscles, whether it be your core or your rotator cuff or a mixture of each. So if you're an athlete or you want to be doing Olympic lifts or even kettlebell style power stuff, the TRX is not for you. Now let me just add a little asterisk here. It's not that you can't build muscle or strength with the TRX. If you're a beginner, you will see really good results with it. Your strength will improve and your muscle will improve away from your standard baseline. But you will reach a plateau pretty quickly. There are even some great TRX exercises that I would argue intermediate to advanced people would be able to build muscle from as well. There are some unique angles that really put a lot of tension on some specific exercises and muscles that I feel are good for hypertrophy. A couple that I use myself are TRX triceps extensions. You get a great full stretch of your tricep and full extension. At the same time, you're keeping a rigid core and body, and you're just really isolating in a nice controlled tempo the triceps. Now you can make this harder by moving closer to the TRX frame as opposed to further out. And I notice with myself that if I go all the way down, I can maybe get 8 to 12 reps and I'm feeling the burn and I'm feeling the pump. So that is actually an example of a great TRX exercise for building muscle. But again, there's only a handful of those around. TRX hamstring curls is another one. But some may argue that not using a TRX with hamstring curls will produce better results because the whole stability factor of the TRX takes away from the amount of actual tension and muscular contraction that you get in the hamstrings alone. Because instead of just focusing on that, you're also now focusing on core and stability and other things that may take away from your maximal contraction. So now compare the TRX to other pieces of equipment, and the two most obvious ones are barbells and dumbbells. You can obviously load a barbell up as heavy as you want. That's why it's great for relative strength. You start at your baseline and you increase the weight for the sets and the reps that you want, whether you want to focus on power, strength, muscle, or whatever. As long as you have enough weight in plates to support your continued strength, you don't have to worry about running out of resistance. Same thing goes for dumbbells. You can see dumbbells go from 2.5 pounds all the way up to 150 pounds, even more. So if you have access to that at a gym or even adjustable dumbbells at home, you can work the full spectrum. You can work for strength and do lower reps for heavier weights some days, and then you can switch it up and go a little more muscular endurance or really get a pump and go a bit lower on the resistance and higher on the reps. So how do we use the TRX at Clear Cut Fitness? Now TRXs have their time and place. That's why we have a couple of them here. But Clear Cut Fitness is all about optimal results for your goal. And if you're showing up and expecting to do a full session of just a TRX, that is not going to maximize your results. We use the TRX wherever it sees fit, depending on what your goal is and where your fitness level is at. For some beginners, we like doing TRX rows because it allows you to easily adjust your difficulty and your angle, and also builds trust in you with the TRX and with balance and not falling over and actually using the right muscles. With some more intermediate to advanced people, we might throw the TRX in for some core exercises that really challenge the abs. Something like a TRX fallout or a TRX plank, something like that, that's a little above baseline in terms of challenging the core. But again, I would probably say maybe once a session, if that. Maybe once every 2 sessions do we actually use the TRX. Let's wrap this up. At the end of the day, yes, you can get a full body workout with the TRX, but is it gonna be the optimal thing to get you into shape? Absolutely not. If you're watching this and we're still in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic, then the TRX might be a great option for you because gyms in Ontario have been closed for over a year and you need something to work out with. So let's say you live in a small apartment and you don't have much room for a home gym. Having a TRX is much better than nothing. It allows you to still do all of the body weight exercises that you would normally be able to do, but it also adds a different degree of difficulty on top of that. It also allows you to do more back exercises. You can do rows and pull-up type of things with the TRX that unless you have a pull-up bar, you can't actually do without any things like dumbbells or stuff like that. And at the end of the day, is it better than nothing? 100%. It's way better than having no piece of equipment. It will assist you, especially if you're a beginner or if you're intermediate and you just want to maintain until you can get back into the gym again. By all means, having a TRX is a great addition. I encourage you to check out our YouTube channel playlist. We have over 20 exercises with the TRX and we're always adding to it. So if you have a TRX at home and you're looking for some exercise ideas, follow us on YouTube and take a look at what we have for exercises.